Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a tutorial review and swatches of Alter Ego's Canyon palette. Now, I already told you guys this is gonna be, you guys are gonna be seeing this on Sunday. This is gonna be for double upload Sundays, okay? I told you guys that I would do this, that I need to sort of like get all the old palettes out of the way that I haven't reviewed, that I never had time to review. So, because everything is, getting bombarded to me. All these newer stuff are coming out. It's like, I can't even catch up to all the stuff that I have going on because I'm doing it in 2 different languages and it just adds on. It doesn't get hard for me recording, but when I have to edit in 2 different languages, that's when it piles onto me and I was like, dang, I can't do this. So, yeah, I'm going to start uploading 2 videos on Sunday. Not every Sunday, okay? Just every other Sunday I'm planning onto it, where I do an old collection and then I'll do a new collection. So basically you're going to see the new English version, new Spanish, old, which will be this one, English, and then you'll see old Spanish. 4 videos in one day, but in reality it's 2 because it's, each language. You can't really count to Spanish to English. That's why I'm calling it double upload Sundays, okay? And it'll be pretty much on Sundays, not every Sunday, but I will try to strive to shoot for that. And I'll keep this going until we're done, right? Until I catch up to all the stuff that I have going on, because I have a lot, and I'm not joking. So, getting back to the palette, it is a cute palette. I honestly enjoyed this palette. Surprisingly, when I was doing the eye look, I was like, what? I like this compared to the original Natasha Denona, because this is supposed to be a dupe for the bronze palette. I hated that bronze palette. Like, I have this real love and hate relationship with Natasha, right? I've had her love palette. I didn't really like it that much. I mean, compared to the bronze, I really hated the bronze. And I did it like 3 times and I still really couldn't get a decent look out of it. I thought it was way too much brown for my skin tone. Maybe it looked awful. I felt like it looked weird, like off on my skin tone. I don't know. And then it looked weird, right? And then I didn't like this. So I didn't like the love. I didn't like the browns. And then the glam came out. And I bought the glam and I did a review on it. I actually liked the dang glam. I was like, the glam came out good. And that's cool tones. And then up until now, basically, it's always a hit and miss with her. I sometimes like her palettes and sometimes I don't like them. It's like I have this love-hate relationship with Natasha. So I was very surprised that a dupe out of everything, like a dupe, got my attention, and I like this. So it comes like this. The packaging is pretty much exactly the same. This is the packaging right here. Like I said, it's exactly the same. The same little, I love this little canyon sort of vibe design thing going on. So when these first came out, I jumped at them. I bought the blooms, I bought the canyon one, and I bought the brush set. Of course, I did the bloom a while back, like I think a month ago or something like that, and I just never got around to doing this one. It's been a while since these 2 came out, believe me. I'm not even 100% sure how much these cost. They're like $17, $18. At the most I've ever seen for Alter Ego is about $22. That's like the most I've ever seen them sell their stuff for. So I'm believing it's like around $17, $18 for this one. And like I said, the design is very pretty. In the back, it has all the names of the shades, a little square, has little squares of the names. And then when you open it up, it is cruelty free, you guys. It has a really good mirror. The packaging on here, all the packaging feels soft, like suede soft. I love how it feels. Bad thing about that is that it's extremely hard to clean the surface when you're trying to clean from the swatches. It becomes really hard to clean. So these are the shades in here. Like I said, it's a dupe for the Natasha Bronze. And I was surprised that I liked it a lot. But what I'm going to do is that after I do the swatches for this one, I'm just going to do all the swatches of the Natasha Bronze so we can just compare them like that, I am not going to swatch the Natasha Denona one by one like I usually do in live like that, because I already did a review on there. I don't want to live my horrific memory of her. I want to keep her as intact as I can. So she can save face a little bit of her decency of how horrid she was to me. So I'm going to go with the swatches right here. I'm going to start from this end all the way down. until I get to the end of each row, right? The first one is called Mule, and that one is just this very light brown matte. I like this color. It's actually very pretty. It's like this very delicate brown. For me, that's a perfect transition shade. Next, you have Desert Sun. This is like a yellow tone matte, almost like an orange yellow. Plateau. This one's so pretty. I love this. This is a shimmer. It's like a pinky orange tone type of shimmer. It almost has that gold reflex throughout it, so it looks like a dual chrome. And of course, the Natasha has one just like it in her version, which you guys will probably see it later, but I think that was one of the ones that I actually did like from that palette. Scorch is next. This is just a bronze gold type of shimmer. That's a very beautiful buttery shimmer. Now, Expense is the next one. That's the only one that I can truly see that I had a problem with in this entire palette. That is the one that you see right here that I sort of like made a little, you know, tail right here, and then down here it's a dark espresso brown in the palette. But just look at that. That's one swatch. So it does have to be built up, and I'm basically pressing hard to it. But I didn't have that many, not as much problem as that one purple. You guys remember, if you guys saw my Blooms review, you guys saw how hard it was for me to get pigmentation off of that dark purple in there. And I don't feel like these ones are on the same level, because this one does show up. You're going to have to work with it. I used a brush with it, and I felt like I really had to dig in. So, like, let me see. This is the brush that I use. I felt like I really had to dig into it, swirling it around and just like going back and forth, taking my time. It does show up. It's just, you're going to have to work a little bit, have a little patience, but the payoff does come up. And that's really what it matters to me in the end, that it shows up. I don't like things to like me waste my time like that and not have it show up. That's what makes me mad. In the next row, we have Blaze. Blaze is that copper penny color shimmer that I have down here. It's very pretty. That is one swatch. Look at that. Then you have Russet. Russet is a dark chocolate brown matte. I use this as my transition shade. It is showing up like very sheer, but it is buildable. I think it's just my hairs right there getting in the way, but honestly, I had no problems with it. I did have to apply it more than once, but it does show up on your eye. Next, we have Cliff, and Cliff is just a gold shimmer. Very pretty. Look at that. Next, you have Cougar. Cougar is my inner corner highlight. It's like a champagne type of shimmer. I'm going to add another one, but obviously it does show up. It looks very pretty. Then you have Sear. I like Sear. It's like this, I want to say like a gold penny, copper tone penny kind of color to it. But then it has like this pink sheerness to it for some reason. It's very hard to describe that color, but it's very pretty. I like it. So that's it right there. That's a shimmer. In the next row, we have Earth, which is just a matte. It's like this yellow tone brown matte. Next, you have Coyote. This is just a gold tone shimmer. I like that one. This is very pretty. It has this orange tint to it, too. So it's not completely gold. Not like this one. Rattlesnake is just this very light nude matte. I don't think I would ever use this color. I'm just being honest, because it looks very ashy on me. But I feel like for someone lighter, you could still use that as a transition shade, or like maybe to diffuse a more bolder color, you know, so it's not so in your face pigmented. I've seen people do that too. So I don't know. I think it's really up to you what your comfort zone is, and that's like out of my comfort zone. Next, you have Rust. I really love this color, you guys. It's like this taupe just shimmer. And it's so freaking beautiful. It's so buttery smooth. Like, oh, it's so pretty. I love that shade. It's so pretty. Then last you have Desert Moon. Desert Moon is such a beautiful shade as well. I honestly thought it was more like a taupe, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks more like if a taupe and a purple had a baby and they created just this beautiful brown, purple, satininess to it. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a pretty color. It's beautiful in person. When you see it, you're like, wow. That is the one that I'm wearing on my overall lid, like right here. It's so freaking pretty. So when you see it close up, you're like, wow, that's a pretty color, right? You wouldn't think that would belong in some type of like, in a palette like this, obviously. And I don't even remember Natasha Denona having one like that. So that's really weird. Right now, we'll see. When we do the comparisons, we'll see what they look like together, right? So that is all of the shades of this palette right here. And like I said, you guys, the only one that really gave me problems was that dark right here, that dark shade that's called Expense. And I will say that that dark brown, espresso brown, is basically a dupe for Natasha Denona's cream to powder formula. Which, if you've seen my other videos of Natasha, you would know that I hate that formula. That formula right there irks at me, and I don't like that she does that, but she does that every single time, right? She does cream to powder. She won't seem to let this freaking formula go. And I've said it also before, I would really love for Alter Ego to basically branch out and stop doing these dupes. I know that people appreciate the dupes, right? Because not everybody can afford that $65 palette, so it's nice to have like a $17 version of it. But I love Alter Ego to the point where I would really love to see something unique from them. Something that wasn't a dupe from something else. Or at least, let's think of it this way, right? It'd be nice to say, this is the Canyon palette. This is a reimagined version of what we think Natasha Denona Bronze should have been, right? Something like that. That's the way I think. So before I go, I'm going to show you guys the brush set. They did have a brush set. I didn't show it off to you guys in that first Blooms collection, like the palette. I didn't show it to you guys then, so I decided to wait for the Canyon one. So it comes with this really cute rose gold black bag. The bag itself feels like fake leather, if you guys want to call it that. I doubt it's real. They're very keen on like cruelty-free stuff like that, so I highly doubt anything would be real with them. Plus the price would probably be more. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. But let me tell you guys, the set is gorgeous. Honestly, if you guys like this type of black with rose gold tone difference like that, the bristles are two-tone, so they're like light brown and dark black on top. The bristles are incredibly soft, like ridiculously soft. When I was using them earlier, I think I used like about 4 of them today. So I will show you guys one by one, just real quick, you know. I'm going to start off with number 1 because they do have numbers. They just have one Alter Ego. It doesn't say what it's for, but I'm going to go number, you know, so make it easier for me to remember. Okay, I showed you guys that one already. So number 1 is basically the powder brush, or if you want to call it an overall powder brush. It is very tapered and rounded on the top. Huge, thick. It's really thick. And it's so soft. It's like ridiculously soft, like I said. First thing I did when I put it all out, I spread it all on my little table, and I started looking through them to try to find like a transition shade sort of type of brush. And as soon as I was like, ooh, that's soft. That feels nice. So next we have the number 2, and this is just like a little smaller flat top version of this one right here. Perfect for overall, like, I would use this to use my setting powder. That's what I would use it for, because that's just the type of sizes that I go for. I tend to not like these bigger ones because I feel like my powder is going to get all over the place, if that makes sense. But like I said, look at this. It's just so sleek. So sophisticated the way they made it look, and I just love it. Number 3 is this slanted brush that's perfect for contouring, perfect for blushes. I used it for both. I used my orange blush from the volume, I believe volume 2 from the Juvia's Place, the darker, for the darker skin. I used the bottom one that's like a peachy orange type of tone, and I really love it. And I also used some bronzer from that tan Juvia's Place too, because I wanted to. I was like, I might as well use it. It's mine. But isn't this cute? Really thick, good quality. I liked it. It's really pretty. Next, you have the number 4 right here. I used this as my highlighter today. I just thought it was really good size. Honestly, I don't know what else you would use it for, because I just felt like it was a perfect size for this, for, you know, for highlighting. You could probably use it for contouring too, you know, just like the nose area or something. I don't see it. I mean, I'm not here to tell you guys how to use your brushes. I'm just telling you what I used it for. And y'all can figure out the rest, okay? Number 5 looks like a blending brush. It's just a very larger taper type of a blending brush. But like I said, equally just as soft, very pretty. I should have the number 6. Is that the number 9? So number 6 is exactly the same thing. See, you guys see the number 5 and this is the number 6 right here. And they're basically the same thing, except you can clearly see one is a lot thinner. This is the 6, a lot thinner than this one. This is just more bushy. I could honestly use both of them. I would use this one for my transition shade. I would probably still use this one even for a highlighter if I wanted to be more precise. But like I said, it's still a very pretty handle. Just overall beautiful brushes. I love this brush set. It's so cute. Number 7 is just a little more rounded on the top. It is probably the same thickness as that number 5. Actually, it looks like that number 6. It's the same amount of thickness as the number 6, maybe a little bit thinner. That is the one that I used as my transition shade. I used number 7, and I had no problems using it. It's a really pretty brush. It worked so good in my favor. Number 8 is a flat, firm brush. These are the ones that are called packers, right? You use them to pack on your glitter, your shimmers. I use them for eye primers, and I was actually bummed that I didn't get to use it today because I used my BH Cosmetics. This is from the newer one that they just released for the 80s, 90s, and I forget what it's called, the remix one. And I used that one, and I was like, if I would have known I had a flat brush from this one, I would have used it. But since I barely remembered when I was just going to do my eye look, I remembered, oh, I got brushes from this collection. Let me go get that. So number 9 is just one of those soft, I think these are smudgers. I believe that's what they're called. They're just very squarish, thick, a little bit thick. Definitely, they're perfect for under here. But like I said, I've seen people use them as smudgers, so they just like make a line maybe with a dark pencil, you know, and they smudge this out with that. Like I said, they're your brushes. You use them for what you want to, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. Number 10 is a slanted little shader brush. I use this one back here, like on the side, and I was able to wing it out. I like it because it was actually angled, so it was really easy to bring my shadow out more this way, like, you know, create that wing. So it was really good for that, but I've seen people use it for other reasons. I wouldn't know what to tell you. I'm not a professional, but it's a really nice brush. 11 is a little pointed pencil brush. These are very perfect for your inner corner highlights, for down here to be, you know, more precise. This one's actually very soft. That's surprisingly soft. I've had some other ones that are like super firm, to the point where you're going to poke your eye out and you're probably not going to do a good job. But this is very soft compared to other ones that I've had. I like this one. This is really cute. I like it. I can use that one. Lastly, we have the number 12 right here, which is a double-ended eyebrow brush, right? This is the one you use to make those little fake eyebrow hairs, you know, and then this is to brush your eyebrows through. I thought that it was cool that they added that, because normally I just get this side of the brush and I never get the spoolie. So I was like, oh, they gave me a spoolie. Okay, I like it. So that's it for the brushes, you guys. Real quick, I'm going to go get all of the swatches for the Natasha Denona Bronze. And we're just going to do a little quick comparison like that. Just real quick to wrap it up, okay? So real quick, just a reminder. These are the ones from the Alter Ego Canyon palette. And these are all the ones from the Natasha Denona Bronze. Now, I will tell you guys, there's like a really significant difference between the two. But clearly, Natasha wins it always with quality. But this one's actually not bad. I think the only one that I really noticed that I could give Natasha, maybe Natasha could give them a run for their money, is definitely that dark one right here. It's just a better formula right here than it was on this side. But it's not that bad, right? It's like pretty. This one's probably a little bit darker than that one, but still. And I actually like some unique shades that Natasha did, like the one that I just swatched right here. I'm not sure which one that one's duping. I think it's duping this one. But it's just 1,000 times more creamier and thicker on this end versus the Alter Ego side. But like, I'm not noticing a huge difference, right? You can tell the difference. Obviously, if you've owned a Natasha Denona, you know what I'm talking about. Clearly, it's not meant to be a complete dupe. But as a cheaper, affordable version of it, I definitely recommend the Alter Ego. If you cannot afford the 65, I really recommend this one. It's very, very pretty, especially in person. And the look I created is so gorgeous. This one's still good too. I mean, if you can afford the 65, or if you can find it on Macari, sometimes they have it cheaper. You can definitely snag that up. That's very pretty, right? I don't regret buying this. It's just the looks that I created with this just didn't... Back then, I didn't have a lot of experience like I do now. And when I created those looks, they just looked off. They looked off. I didn't pick the good colors, the combinations, I guess. And I can see now that the quality is actually really, really good still. Like, I've had this for at least, I don't even know. And she's going to go back where she belongs, just up on the shelf. I don't really reach for her. And I just don't want to get rid of her. Because at the end of the day, people are going to want me to sell it for like $17, $18. And it's just... Yeah, when you pay full price for this stuff, it's like, it hurts. It hurts to see it go for so cheap. I'm not saying I want $65 from you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I won't let it go for 17. And I want you to please understand that I'm not trying to be mean. It's just when you pay full price plus shipping, it's like, I can't give it to you like that. Sorry. It's like you're telling me to chop my leg off and sell you my toe, and I can't do that. I'm going to let you guys go. I am done today. I seriously am done. So hopefully that helped you guys. I'm really, really sorry that I haven't been consistent with uploading. You guys already know I'm a mom of 5. I just cannot pick 2 days or 3 days out of the whole week. Like, look at you guys. I'm going to upload Mondays and Wednesdays. And no. My schedule is very much crazy and chaotic. And it's like whenever I can get a video up, that's when you get a video, you know. And I'm so appreciative for those of you who stay this long, who understand my situation, who are mom yourselves, and you guys know how it goes, right? And for those of you who basically can't understand and unsubscribe, I don't know what to tell you. This ain't going to change anytime soon. This is going to keep on going. But I will be here. And I will try to upload 1 to 2 videos a week, because that is my goal. And that's as good as it's going to get. I'm sorry, okay? I'm just being real with you for a second. So other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, then just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so for my first color, I went in with the color Russet right here. And it is just very chocolate brown. I had no problems with that one. It's very beautiful. It blends perfectly. So that's the one you guys are going to see me use as my transition shade, okay? Next, I'm going to go in with Desert Moon right here. Desert Moon is a very taupe colored shimmer. It's one of her, like, I don't know, cream to powder formula. It feels really weird. But I had no problems with it. It looks super cute on the eye. I like it the way it looks. It's very unique. So that's the one you guys are going to see me use. I'm going to take it to my, you know, just use my finger and pat it on my entire lid right there, okay? So now I took Blaze right here, and Blaze is just a very copper tone shimmer. I took it with my finger and I basically put it all on my entire bottom lid right here, okay? That is what I'm going to do. Next, I used Expense. I believe it's pronounced. This one right here. It's very dark espresso brown. That, I don't like that formula particularly. It is like a matte cream to matte formula. I don't like it, but it does show up. Obviously, you can see it on this side right here, how I put it, because I put it right here in that corner, and I sort of like took it out all the way up here in like a wing, and then down here some. I applied it with a brush. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference if I would have applied it with the finger. It is still buildable. It does, you know, show up obviously, but I'm not like a huge fan of cream to matte. Like, I don't like Natasha for that reason, because she keeps insisting on adding these dang shadows like that. But that's what you guys are gonna see me do. I'm just gonna take it with a brush. I'm gonna apply it right here and then down here, and then take it out into like a little wing right there, okay? Finally, for my inner corner highlight, I use Cougar right here, which is a very champagne shimmer, very pretty. And I just applied it in that corner using my finger like always. Okay, you guys? So that's pretty much it for the eye look, you guys. I'm going to put some black in my waterline. I'm going to put some black mascara, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up, okay? So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I like it, actually, surprisingly. Compared to the Natasha Bronze, which I do own, I did not like that palette, and this one actually surprised me a lot. So I'm gonna back you guys out and give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I actually like this palette. I like it 1,000 times better than the Blooms one, which was a dupe for the Natasha Love, and I actually enjoyed this one. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised, because I hated that bronze. I really did. And now I'm just thinking like, man, maybe I should give the bronze another try, because, oh, God, yeah, it was horrible. I think I did 2 or 3 looks with that. I still have the original tutorial review and everything up still on my YouTube. That one came in English only. There's no Spanish version to it, because I wasn't doing Spanish back then. And the lipstick that I have on right now, like the lip gloss, is from that Natasha Bronze, which is, this is Chestnut. And I have the e.l.f. dark brown lip liner from their Retro Paradise collection on. I like this palette. I think it's cute. The only one that really gave me problems was this top one right here, this dark one. And that's because it's one of those cream to matte formulas. Like, it's very, very light. You do have to build it up. You're going to have to, like, dig into that dang pan to get it to work for you. But the mattes that I use, like, I use this matte today, and apart from that one, of course. But that one was so beautifully, it built up to perfection, and I had no problems with it. Even that one, I had to work for that one too, and I still feel that it that it performed, right? If I have to work a little bit more, take a little attention, depending on how much I spent on that palette, because this is a cheap brand, you know, Alter Ego is more affordable than Natasha Denona compared, you know, 65 to like what, 17, 18 bucks? That's nothing, right? And I feel for like the amount of money that I paid for this, I think it's good. It's actually good. Now, I did buy also the brush set that came with this, those 2 palettes, the collection. You know, I bought like the 2 palettes and then this. Y'all, wait until you see these brushes. They're freaking gorgeous. I used a couple today. I did use like the contour blush, highlighter, and I think about 2 more. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.